Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a Xander brand podcast. All thoughts, actions, opinions, and/or endorsement are those of the person or persons in this podcast.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your co-host of the Breakfast Bunch, Logan Allred. It is my co-host, Aidan D.C, from his own respected channel, Aidan D.C. So what's up, Aidan? What are you eating for breakfast this morning?
Um, Today I thought I'd go for the healthy option and just slap some butter on a bagel.
Hmm, that's a classic breakfast meal. This morning I'm eating a Big Kahuna burger, which
Ooh, big tuna burger. That's
yeah,
that Hawaiian burger place down the road, right?
right.
I've
You
always
know,
wanted to try that.
it's part of a balanced, nutritious breakfast.
Yeah,
Um, have you ever been to? Oh, you just said you haven't been to Big
I
Kahuna
haven't been to
Burger.
Big Burger. I've been to like Arby's or no, not Arby's. Burger King. Jack in the Box, In and Out. But I haven't gone to um Big Kahuna Burger, which is something I definitely want to do before I die.
Mm-hmm. So this first episode of the Breakfast Bunch podcast is a part of the Xander Brand Premiere Week. I wanted to talk about our favorite movies. I want to incorporate a film aspect into the Breakfast Bunch. We eat breakfast and we talk about movies. So, Aiden, I want you to give me your top three favorite movies of all time.
Top three favorite movies of all time. Well, when you put somebody on the spot like that, you can't ever think of your top three favorite movies. But when you're just like anywhere else and you just think like, oh, uh, I like this movie and I like
Mm,
that movie. Here's 50 other movies that I really like. But then, uh, but okay, so I definitely like this movie that I saw recently, but the ending of it was just absolutely incredible, and that one was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Um,
mm-hmm.
that has Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt in it. I thought that one was a super duper cool movie.
Yeah, that was a super duper cool movie, and I do agree. I think it has probably one of the best endings to any
In
movie
the
ever.
entire film history.
Probably. So my favorite movies here, I have my top three. Um, my top, I want to know what you guys think of this. So I have Cars 2, Wally, and Turbo. Those are my top three favorite movies.
Oh, I forgot all about Turbo, but yeah, that's definitely number two on my list.
I think it should be number two on anyone's list.
It should. I like the Mexican guys that just give tacos to everyone.
Dude, I just
Like,
like how those snails are fast.
they're fast. You know the song where it's like, "Yo, that snail is fast,"
Dude, I love that song.
Yeah,
That snail is fast.
that
Man.
snail is fast.
But for real, I'd say my top three favorite movies are Disturbia, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Pulp Fiction. Those are probably my top three favorite movies.
Oh,
If you haven't seen those, watch them.
what was the second or the first movie you said? Something about
Disturbia.
Disturbia. What's Disturbia about?
It's about Shia LaBeouf, a 16-year-old whose dad dies in a brutal car accident. And it's all Shia LaBeouf's fault because he was driving and then got in a wreck. And then a year later, he's sitting in school, and his Spanish teacher says, "Your dad would be disappointed. because he like failed a test or something. And so Shia LaBeouf just brutally beats his teacher, and then he gets put on house arrest for the whole summer.
House arrest for the whole summer.
But this is where the cool part happens. So, while Shia LaBeouf is under house arrest, he gets really bored because his mom takes away his computer and his Xbox and like basically everything he has. And so basically, he just sits out his window with a pair of binoculars, just watching his neighbors. And he memorizes like all of their schedules and kind of just goes crazy, just stalking all of his neighbors. But then he notices one of his neighbors acting kind of weird. Random women
Yeah.
coming to his house and not leaving. And and then on the news later that day, he sees a report about all these missing women and a serial killer with a blue Mustang. And that's all they know about him, that this guy has a blue Mustang. And then he notices that his neighbor has a blue Mustang. So it's sort of like a crime thriller from just like a house where he's
Hmm.
investigating his neighbor for being a serial killer, but he can't leave his property or else the police will come and arrest him.
That sounds pretty crazy.
It is a crazy movie. It's my favorite movie of all time.
And that's the guy who's just like, just do it. You
That
know,
is the guy who
yeah,
said just do it.
possible. I have a funny, like one time I was playing this game, or no, actually no, I went to this talent show,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I actually had the opportunity to judge that talent show. And I mean, I'll be honest, nobody the auditions, they weren't very good at all.
Mm.
But you just kinda had to sit through it. But then, suddenly something in the audience, so, like behind me, um, it was Shia LaBeouf. Like
What?
he was just right there. Like he was wearing like the black shirt and the black jeans, and he was just literally just saying, "Just do it." It was like
You
nothing.
saw Shia LaBeouf and he was
Yeah,
saying just do it?
I saw Shia LaBeouf doing that. Yeah, and then you know who else came by?
Who?
Um, it was actually Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was with
Holy crap.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. And so then Snoop Dogg started doing his little like hand dance, that thing that he
Yeah,
does.
yeah. But na 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 na.
Yeah, that thing. And
Mm-hmm.
they just they were just going at it. So it was
Do you
really
know
cool.
why Snoop Dogg and Shia LaBeouf were there?
I don't know why they were there.
Wow, I wish I could have been there, Aiden. Being like these famous YouTubers that we are,
Yeah.
we really get put in a lot of cool situations and a lot of very cool opportunities. We've talked to John Travolta, the star of Pulp Fiction.
We did.
We've you've met Shia LaBeouf and Snoop Dogg. I've met the Property Brothers,
I also
and
know the guy who voices Beast Boy in the Teen Titans
oh
series.
yeah,
Yeah.
see, we just have all these connections, and
Right. We're actually good friends with this band called Frat Mouse.
we are good friends with Frat Mouse.
Yeah,
Truman and Griffin, the bass guitarist and lead singer. We're like homies with them. We like talk like every single day, and it's
we're
all
actually
thanks to YouTube.
in like 7 weeks, so that's gonna be pretty exciting.
Yeah, yeah. I Aiden, since now that we've gone over movies, I want to go over video games. Give me your top three favorite video games of all time.
Um, okay, Red Dead Redemption,
Oh, I'm basic.
Red Dead Redemption 2, and Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, that like zombie DLC that's like 10 hours long.
So all three of your top favorite games are Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
All
What are
right,
your What are your top three favorite games?
I'm gonna have to go with Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Doom Eternal, and Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Have you ever played Fallout?
No.
Come on, man, you gotta get Fallout.
Yeah, I should get Fallout.
Have
I've
you
always
have you've at least played Doom, right?
uh oh, Doom. Yeah, yeah. I played Doom when it was like an old game.
No, not the old Doom, the new Doom.
Oh, well, the new Doom I haven't played. I just played the old Dooms.
The old Dooms suck, man.
They did, but they were like Halo or something, so that's why I liked them.
Well, the original Doom was the first person shooter game ever.
Yeah, it was.
And, you know, a game that doesn't get much credit, not many people know about it, but Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Yeah, it's kind of a small indie game, but it's really cool. So what you do is basically you just spawn in this random world and
Yep.
you collect circles and you build a house and you build this world just out of circles and you have to go to this other dimension called purgatory, and basically you get these rods and you craft these eyes of ender and you have to go and you have to fight the ender dragon and kill it.
Oh, yeah. And you can't like reset your avatar either because then you'll like lose all your progress, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, some games just I wish were more popular.
They really should be. Like, Red Dead, it's not as popular as I think it should be. Like, GTA, that's like a game that'll go down in history. But
Oh
Red Dead
yeah.
it didn't really hit that mark, which I kind of think it should have.
It's because it's kind of lame. There's not much to do.
It's not lame. It's
Like once you
uh
complete the story mode like once, there's no reason to play like online or play it again. I feel really bad for those people who play online like every day or have played the story mode more than once because it's sort of just pointless and wasting your time.
but those type of people, scientists have done studies and it shows that they're the most creative out of people who
No,
just
I think scientists is
just believe.
I think science has only shown that those people just have no friends.
Scientists are the smartest of all of us, man. You don't, you don't,
Like Pauline Johnson.
when, I mean, when a scientist says something, you can't go against it.
Who's your favorite scientist?
Um, my favorite scientist is that little the V cup guy or V sauce.
Vsauce?
Yeah,
My
V
favorite is
sauce.
Benjamin Darnell. He has a
Yeah,
YouTube channel. Very similar to Vsauce. Oh.
Benjamin Darnell. I
Yep.
just know V sauce, man.
Well, it's about time we start wrapping up this podcast. I hope you guys have a great morning and a good rest of the day. So this podcast can be found anywhere from YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, just anywhere you'd listen to podcasts. Um, and be sure to check out Joseph's podcast, Full Force, and the Disagreement Brothers show on YouTube. And I think his podcast is also all the places ours is. So,
Check out the Xander brand on Twitter, Instagram, .com/the Xander brand and Facebook.com/the Xander brand podcast.
yeah, the Xander brand is the only group that still uses Facebook. So, it's the one
Basically,
active thing.
anywhere you find people in general, find the Xander brand.
Anywhere where there is more than one person, there is the Xander brand. It's infiltrated in every part of society.
I think it's in Pinterest too.
Probably Pinterest, MySpace / the Xander brand.
Yeah.
This is Logan and Aidan signing off.